All right. Hey there, Puck here with Rushigman.
And we are live, so we have the doubleheader tonight. It was going to be a very interesting match, a very interesting set of matches, but right now it's looking like Hydra may not have a full team, which is unfortunate.
That just makes a tough fight
Or rather,
impossible.
they're going to have a full team, they're just not going to have, the players that they want. They're missing a couple of key folks.
To be honest, I think even if they went an Azheri, Perrinn, Reklah, and Tongpu, I think they've got a really good. Tongpu is no slouch. I mean, he doesn't have the ideal setup, I think, for an ACFL player, but he's good at what he's got, and he's a smart guy. So I think he's going to be an asset in there no matter what.
Yeah, that's true. It's better than having to field a half-elf bandit again.
You're right.
I mean, right. I have no idea how good Tray is as a player, but that's just not that's not a great combination.
Right. Yeah. This is going to be a rough one. I don't see them pulling this out, but at least it's going to be a show. I don't think they're just going to fold
the team. So it's Tongpu as their fourth. So we've got Szy'gash, Bodrum, Azula, and Azzure for stars, rocking that double choke setup. And then for Hydra, Tongpu, Azheri, Perrinn, Reklah, which is 3/4 of their primary lineup. Now, ideally, they would like to have Virostay and or Arock in there as well.
So, in your opinion, who do you think the second choke's going to be? Obviously, the first one's Azheri, and then after that, do you think they're going to go Tongpu or Perrinn?
Perrinn. I mean, you got to put down the enemy choker as well.
Yeah, I was thinking that maybe they might try Tongpu, thinking he's a little bit smaller. It might be an easier choke.
That's possible, but I don't know if that's really gonna happen now. I mean, his blind, Tongpu's blind is not going to be as reliable as Perrinn's, although he's probably going to be spamming blind a little bit more than Perrinn is. But just putting down the enemy choker, I think, is the more important priority there.
Yeah, I can see that, especially as good as Perrinn is with choking and putting people down. But I was thinking more of in terms of what's most likely to succeed, because sometimes what we really want is not always feasible. we had an issue putting down Sean last match. The last match I was around for, which was Card Sharks. Ferg was just having some issues putting him down, and it was disrupting some other stuff. We had to adjust strategies.
Yeah, I mean, you definitely, as a choker, I think, you can have a goal for who you want to put down, but ultimately it comes down to, disengaging, taking a look around, and going for whoever is isolated, whoever you can get down.
Yeah, true.
So you have priority targets, but mostly you're going for whoever is disengaged and available to choke.
Right.
You don't want to sit around waiting for that one guy to disengage or whatever. You want to choke somebody. Doesn't matter who.
Just put somebody down.
Yeah, I mean, one less body fighting your team is all you need.
Mm-hmm.
So most of the priority chokers comes down to who do you spam when you're rushing across the field at each other. So
what do you think Hydra's going to do here? Do you think they're going to come out swinging, or they're going to go running for the flag?
It's interesting. I think they need to not let Bodrum have a ton of free time to try and get a Draco up, because if he gets a Draco up, then it's gonna be rough. I think it'll come down to having to have Tongpu chain the Draco down or something.
Could be. The reason why I asked this is because Reklah just seems like such a hardy freaking tank for running a flag, and it seems, you know what I mean. And if they get hung up on trying to take out Reklah, that gives Azheri and Perrinn and Tongpu pretty much free reign to go nuts on the other team while he's doing his thing.
Yeah. The one downside to that is that unlike paladin or a priest carrier, Reklah can't really heal himself. Well,
Yeah.
do they still have heal? Shadow Knights? Or
They
do
have
they
Dark
only
Heal,
have
but
Dark Heal?
that's a good question. I do not have a Shadow Knight. I can't really respond to that with accuracy or with confidence anyway.
But with
I'm pretty
Dark
sure they
Heal,
got Cure Critical at least.
yeah, I mean, but not being able to spam that like really big heal on yourself,
Yeah,
kind of
it's fine.
reduces their tankability. Once you have multiple people on. I mean, they're still good carriers. Don't get me wrong. I'm not saying that Shadow Knights are like
No,
bad
no, no.
carriers, but
I hear you.
there's a difference between you're sitting if you're pounding on Reklah or if you're pounding on like Branzel, then Branzel he can just spam heals on himself. He's got the lay option, obviously. Um,
Yeah.
it makes it a little bit harder to just like brute force them down.
Right.
But I think
Right.
Tongpu, honestly, they have three strong carriers there. Reklah, Azheri, and Tongpu, I think, can all
Yeah.
carry the flag pretty well.
The reason why I was concerned about Tongpu is that he just doesn't really have a riding option, and his size is going to be an issue for him if he gets,
Yeah, he can definitely get
Azzure.
choked down, but
He's going to get choked, slammed around, whatever he pretty much want to do to him. Unfortunately, as a hobgoblin. I
he's
love
got
hobgoblins, I
the
really
skill
do.
blind, so he can spam skill blind on whoever comes in trying to choke him out or whatever. And
Yeah,
then
he can, but that
you've got the
size thing is
chain.
rough.
And then honestly, battle mages are really good against mid-race hitters. Like Hobgoblin Battle Mage, I've got one myself, and it's really good against mid-race hitters.
How do you find your spit though? Because I've just in my experience with hobgoblin and spit, it's if the size is just a little bit bigger, it just gets exponentially harder to land it.
Yeah, you definitely can only really spit things that are about your size. If you go too small or too big, it makes it a little bit harder. So that's
Mm-hmm.
definitely true.
Yeah.
But anything that's on Stars lineup, I think would be spittable. Maybe I'm not sure how much the Baccalai size boost is on growth, but
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I'm not exactly sure what the difference is, how big of a difference it is between hobgoblin and or Bakali, but I mean just by virtue of the fact that they're both two wielders in one hand,
there's a
races.
big acid blast onto Perrinn, but the damage onto Hydra seems to be kind of unfocused, whereas Hydra appears to be going after Azula as their primary target. They're trying to get rid of the curatives, I think.
Yeah, that makes sense. It's a fair game. So where are we headed now? Let's see here. Are they heading for the carry right now?
They could be.
Let's see what
Yeah, I mean
Reklah's doing.
Hydra's red team, and they're sitting on the blue flag right now. But Bodrum is there, and he's ready
Yeah,
to book it.
he's looking for his Draco look, and he's getting his time to do that with.
Yeah, I think okay. So stars are all just kind of chilling in their flag room, trying to prevent
Okay,
any
here we go.
encounter.
There goes the double choke.
Yep.
And it looks like Bodrum was the second choke there. And he's cured. Wow. See, now this is a difficult situation for them.
And
With
that's going to be
Bodrum.
the key is if they can keep Bodrum choked, they have a shot at this. Szy'gash gets fasted. That's going to put some pressure onto him and onto his team, having to try and keep him respelled. So I don't know how many fastings that Reklah tried to start that off.
There goes
Another
Perrinn.
choke onto Szy'gash. But Perrinn
Yeah.
is doing a good job so far.
There goes. There's the roof to wake up Bodrum.
Yeah.
I'm surprised Bodrum's opting for the direct damage on Perrinn instead of cast on him.
That's did they wake him up on purpose? Because that was Hydra that woke Bodrum up.
Well, remember, I think Sig got choked and Azheri got. Well, no, I don't know. Maybe that was an accident there. I missed that there.
They couldn't have done that on purpose. There's no reason there to wake up Bodrum on purpose. But they are getting good damage onto Azula.
Yeah, which is
like I said,
key.
probably their target, because once they kill Azula, then they can drop blinds on the Orc and the Bacalai. You know, neither of those have super good saves. If you can drop a blind on them, you can kind of get control of the field. And Szy'gash
Okay,
is
they're
going down.
focusing Sig. They're really focusing Sig there.
He's fasted, you know, it's hard for him to respell. It's hard for him to sync back up. He can't re-protect.
Okay, there we go. Some flashes from Azheri. That's going to help out a little bit. Oof, that dispel hurts. Siggs is kind of hurting there. Szy'gash there. If they can focus him out.
Hydra's doing a pretty good job of this so far.
Yeah, they are. They are. They're not. They're no slouch. Let's see how Tongpu's up here, because he's one of those sleepers, man. I really liked him, and if we had some spare space on the team, he was one of the ones that I suggested to Fardock. If he was, I mean, to Rauer at the end. If he's floating around out there, please pick him up, because I think he's a great competitor.
I mean, if there's ever a change made to the ACFL arena that allows battle mages to actually get a North up, I think you know, he's going to be pretty scary. Until then, you know, he's got some utility and all that, but I don't think he'll ever be more than second string, at least unless he can get a North.
Tongpu down. Exactly. So Siggs is not getting healed up yet, and that's going to be an issue for Stars if they can't make that happen. Somebody's got to make that happen, because if they take out Sig, it's going to be down.
And again, there's the double wake. They're waking up their teammates, yeah, but then they're also waking up the enemy team, because you keep getting these choke trades where Stars and a Hydra member get choked at the same time, and then when Azheri goes to Rooster, he's waking up both of them.
They're focusing Sig there. They're focusing on Szy'gash there. They need to go ahead and take him out if they're going to.
Yeah.
What they don't want is let Azula go ahead and heal him.
Sank down on Bodrum, or is he? Oh, he's death shrouded.
Okay. He's death shrouded.
So they've got to.
Yeah, which is actually not a bad call if since Tongpu doesn't have that really good spell damage. It's not. Oh, Azula not looking good. Oh, did he cancel on purpose, or what was that?
I'm not sure, but
I'm not seeing Azula eat.
Bodrum is taking some good damage here, and Azula is hurt, Szy'gash is hurt, so Hydra kind of has control right now.
Yeah, they've got
it on the back foot, and with you know, Bodrum death shrouded, so yeah, the Perrinn was not doing much to him, but he can still get that lash through. He's got
exactly, that's the tricky thing.
You know, Tongpu doesn't have great spell damage, but he does still have spell damage, and that's going through. Reklah's got the cause fat, so all of that together, I mean.
Yeah, and that's always been one of my sore points with Death Shroud is you know, people say, oh, you've got Death Shroud, but all the skills go right through it, and if you got two people spamming, you know, stun skills on you, you're basically just sitting there getting whittled down no matter what. But wow, let's see if they're going to take the time to heal up. So I think Hydra really needs to press Stars at this point. They need to get on them.
They need to drop somebody and get the flag instantly, and they need to not let Bodrum delay, because that's what Bodrum is really good at, is getting in there and stopping you from grabbing that flag. They can get the flag past them, then they can get something happening.
Oh, Bodrum with the self chain there.
Yeah, he does it a lot, but he doesn't need to be doing it when he's death shrouded.
Yeah, exactly. Exactly.
He chains intentionally because he's got high AC and he's got, you know, the lightning resist dragon skins. So that's great and all, but not when you're death shrouded and you have no sanctuary.
I'll tell you what, the way things are going now, we're looking. I mean, Hydra could pull this off if they manage to stagger them.
And there goes Szy'gash is down. So now is the time that they need to push.
Yeah, I would
onto Azzure as well.
Oh wow, I would leave most of the team work in Stars and have Reklah go carry probably, or Tongpu maybe go carry. Because
honestly, what needs to happen is Perrinn needs to take advantage of this pressure. This is a good position for you as a choker, where the other team is on the run, and they're kind of scattered. They're not really trying to come put pressure on you. That's when you can go choke them and get the pressure.
Up by Tongpu. Pick up by Tongpu. He's got the flag now.
Yep, and that's a good choice because all of the rest of his team has rescue.
Right. Very good job. This is. We're gonna see at least one Hydra score here.
I think
And
I think they're gonna get 2 out of this. It's gonna be, unless Bodrum pulls off the magic that he does pull off, I think Hydra is gonna get 2 captures off of this.
Well, see, I've always seen Bodrum. Well, I don't know. It's at least in this match, he's doing more of an invoker play than an necro play. As far as I don't see a whole lot of maledicts coming out. And if he picks up and tries to invoke these guys, it's just way too much hitting, way too much stun, and he's just going to go down.
I've been a big fan of the maledict play. He does it when it's like a free cast, like onto ogres and trolls and things. But,
oh my God! Do you see the change from Tongpu?
Yeah, it's pretty big onto Bodrum and Azula.
Yeah, that's a bad situation. Bodrum being
the best out of it. Big damage onto Tongpu as well. So. And he's trying to chain him. I wonder, has Tongpu econned yet, is the question. I don't think he has. I can't imagine
he has. He should consider it. If he hasn't,
I don't know, because he's still got, he's got instant regen, and that's a couple hundred health right there every time he casts it, every 5 or 6 ticks.
Yeah, but you got those delays on there. What would make that call for me is how much mana he's got left. If he doesn't have much mana left, there's no point. He should save it.
Yeah, Tongpu's taking a lot of damage though.
Yeah, he is.
And his team is not rescuing. His team needs to rescue him.
Wow, Bodrum doing his thing, huh? Wow, this is interesting. Let's see what happens here. I think if Bodrum can keep up the pressure, I don't know where he's getting these reserves from. He can. He might. He's in wimpy range though already.
Yeah, but that doesn't mean much as a necromancer. I mean, that's wimpy range is where he wants to be.
Tongpu's down.
Goes down.
Wow.
I feel like Hydra kind of dropped the ball there. They had all of those rescues available to them. I feel like they should have been able to just rescue him across the map.
Well, that, and I don't know why, but I think some of the chokes dropped off. I didn't see Perrinn putting anybody. Oof, Perrinn.
Yeah, I mean,
wow. Okay, there's the rake. Finally, Azheri could have raked Bodrum a long time ago, and Tongpu might have made that run actually. We're going to see Szy'gash back in nice and fresh here in a minute, but
I think alright, Azula goes down.
I may not have sealed. I might have just left Azula in there, to be honest, if I was them. I don't know how much
mana you don't have a choice. I mean, sometimes you try and you can't make it work.
Yeah.
Reklah picks up the flag though. Bodrum is eye raked. He could always. I don't know. It's hard to do something as Bodrum right now when you're eye raked. You can self chain, but you're still shrouded. That's kind of
I don't know if you noticed or not, but Azula and Bodrum had to regroup a few times. I think maybe in targeting to target Azheri, they might have broken group a couple of times, which might mean that Azzure and Bodrum may not be grouped right now, which would make.
That's possible. It's also Bodrum, accepts that he's going to break group a lot just in the process of chaining.
Right.
So. It's not necessarily a big issue for them because they do it a lot.
Yeah, but they definitely need to put someone out and get their team healed up, or Hydra at this point needs to do that, because Szy'gash is going to be out in just a moment here.
Right.
And Azheri's down.
Perrinn needs to reply with a choke as zone.
Yeah, where is Perrinn? Is Perrinn getting...
Perrinn is in the red flag room. It looks like he's trying to prevent the counter capture, but it happens anyway.
Yeah, but I don't know if that was a good plan for them, because I think they need to take out Azzure anyway. Azzure.
Right, but see, that's why Azzure picked it up, because it's the counter capture, it delays, and then it also forces Hydra to go kill Azzure instead of just keep him choked down.
Yeah, they should have killed him a while ago, though, to be honest. There we go. He's done.
Yeah.
We'll see the score.
Yeah, so that was purely hey, now you have to kill me. Like, stop messing around. Come kill me so that I can get back in there with full health. That was
I
all
see
that
what you.
was from Azzure.
Yeah. But that might should have come a little bit earlier than now, I
I
think.
feel like Perrinn kind of dropped the ball because he was in the flag room and for some reason did not interrupt. I'm not sure if he was blinded or what. Maybe he should have had options to, like a stoning potion or something to try and interrupt.
He's kind of hurt. I think he might want to hang out around Reklah and see if he can't get, or Reklah or Azheri, and see if he can't get healed up some.
Maybe, but I don't know. Perrinn's pretty resilient. He
Mm-hmm.
he can float around with a lot of health or with very little health and still be pretty useful.
Right.
I mean that's the advantage of being a control class.
Right.
If you can just get the chokes off, it doesn't matter how much health you have. Because you're not
Uh-huh.
actually fighting anybody, you're just keeping the enemy team from fighting you.
Right.
But,
Well,
oh, Bodrum down. Okay. That's
is he still poisoned though?
yeah,
There he is. He's up.
yeah, he's up, and Reklah is, nowhere near to try and get that cure.
And there goes Perrinn. Oh, Bodrum.
No,
I thought it was going to be
that's
Perrinn.
Bodrum, and he gets, oh, there we go. Bodrum is down.
Wow, that's frustrating. Wow, are we going to see Star's second loss this season? That's pretty impressive.
It's a little too early to say that necessarily, but this is definitely a very strong start for Hydra.
Szy'gash is back in. He's looking to get involved there. Who do we got in there still for Stars?
For Stars, Szy'gash is in there with full health. I believe Azula is in there, right?
No, Azula is not in there yet.
There's Szy'gash getting the choke off.
Yeah, I think Szy'gash might have been better served just to wait just a little bit because I think Azula is only a tick or two behind him at the most.
I don't know with the choker again. I think it's okay.
To get out early.
Yeah, they don't have a whole lot of ability to like burst him and lock him down. So I think Szy'gash going in alone, trying to choke and delay, I think that's fine. But that's the second flag for Hydra.
Yeah.
And they have control of the field right now, so they're in a good position to get this last capture. Especially
the question is now, do they go right for the capture or do they try to take out one?
I think you need to go right for the capture because right now Bodrum is dead. If you can get the capture before Bodrum gets back up, that's your window.
Yeah, very
Bodrum
true.
gets back in there, it is a game on again. But if you can get that score before Bodrum hits the field, and Szy'gash is taking big damage, he's dropping fast. Reklah picks up the flag. So
I might have had Tongpu pick up that last one and then have Reklah and the rest of the gang, run him across / run the interference for the other capture.
Well, here's the thing. Hydra has 2 skill blinds on the field, and they have 3 rescues on the field to rescue Reklah. So if they can just again, if they do it, they can just rescue him across the map.
Right.
Because even the battle mage has rescue with Infuriate. So
well, what I'm concerned about is Bodrum getting in and picking up the flag before they can stop him.
Yeah, but I don't think that's going to happen. Oh, and there's an entwine onto Szy'gash, so they're trying to finish him off right now, but it doesn't seem to be enough.
He's him at all. Give a little laugh there. What do we got here? Wow, they really need to slow down Hydra's carry here, or this could be it.
Tongpu has proven to be surprisingly strong in this. Without a
Narth.
Without a Narth, battle mages lose a lot of their ump. But I guess just the spit blind is proving to be enough of an asset. The skill blind and chain, and then honestly, just Aura of Pain can do a lot of damage over time.
It can, especially with really high AC.
If you've ever fought against or as a battle mage, you can see the hitter's health just plummet just as they're beating on the battle mage. It's kind of hilarious to watch.
I've got a feeling I don't know what's going to happen here.
Yeah, I mean, Azula does have the flag now, so they're going to have to kill Azula.
Yeah.
And there's rescues going off on both carriers. But Azheri is on Azula.
This is
Trying
an
to take her
interesting
down.
situation here because if you leave Azula and keep running the flag and try to kill Azula right at the last moment to get the score and not give Bodrum a chance to capture, it's one thing. But if you mess that up and Bodrum is there in time or whatever, then
Well, I think if
you want
if Bodrum comes in and Reklah is in danger of getting the flag, I think Bodrum comes in, Szy'gash goes down, which means no more rescues for Azula, which means Azula is wide open right now.
yeah, and I think they mean leave
Bodrum
him.
is
They mean
in, and here's what's going to happen. I think you know, he's going to try and cap. If he can't, ooh, this is gonna
wow. So Bodrum goes and hits Reklah.
Yeah, there we go. That's what I expected. He's going to go to self chain, and that's all he's got to do. Unless they can rescue him, they need to rescue Reklah.
I think, but they can get the rescues off. Ooh, Reklah's kind of
There's a
hurting.
dirt kick. Okay, so there's a dirt kick. They need a rescue now. Come on. Where's the rescue?
Yeah.
Get the rescue, guys.
There's
a rescue. There's a rescue.
There
He's
he is.
moving.
He's out.
One room.
I think that's
one room.
it.
Come on. One room.
Tick in 2 seconds.
This is it. One room.
Oh, no.
Bodrum gets back on him. Bodrum gets back on him. Tongpu needs to
Azula.
rescue. Tongpu, come on. Rescue. No.
Wow,
Reklah
wow,
goes down.
that's incredible. That's incredible.
Man, one room away.
Close.
One room
so
away.
Close. So close.
And Tongpu.
And Azula, did they kill Azula off or not? Yeah, they did. Azzeri killed Azula off.
Yeah, so Bodrum is going to run the flag now for Stars.
I think Stars is going to get at least one capture here.
They're going to get two. They're going to get two, no doubt.
Dracolic. That's ugly.
Yeah, but I think it's not too bad as long as Tongpu either has mana or that didn't quite work out.
See,
yeah, you have the there's some weird bugginess with mounts. You know, sometimes Charmies don't necessarily take the first arc of chain unless you target them specifically.
Yeah, I've suffered that myself in there. I saw someone on a mount and I was like, oh, juicy, let me go, and I chained myself as a result.
Tank down on Tongpu, that's not good.
Yeah.
Unless he wants to die. But it looks like he knows he needs to like chain Bodrum down. Because that's the downside to having that Draco Lich. As long as Tongpu's
Why is
on the field.
Bodrum a skeleton?
He chained it and he can't flee. He's got the flag.
Okay.
So he's kind of stuck.
Maybe he tried to summon for another. No. I don't know why.
He was chaining and there happened to be a skeleton in the room, so he got stuck.
Wow. This is interesting now because Bodrum. Well, I mean, he's got a bunch of health, so that red,
he's
is
in red health, but he does have to withstand. But with the flag, he can't flee. Azheri, team kill there from Tongpu.
But this is a good position for him to be in. He's one of Bodrum.
I think he's still got econ available, so I think Tongpu could actually kill Bodrum here, because he can't flee to re-withstand.
And the bad thing is you're going to have both Perrinn and Reklah come in here nice and fresh in just a moment.
Here's the thing, Bodrum's hanging on to that Draco Lich. I think he would have been better served dismissing it quite a while ago, to be honest.
Yeah, if he's not going to get the rescue off.
And
there goes
you go.
Bodrum
is going
down.
Wow. Okay. Tongpu
there's a regeneration
region, so that's another 400 health or so, 300 to 400 health, and then in 6 more ticks he can do it again if he's got the mana, which is kind of a big if, but at this point.
I'll tell you what, I'm happy for Hydra that they're playing this well and that they could possibly pull off the win. They've had a really rough beginning, and last year was really rough for them as well. So it's kind of cool to see them do something that a lot of teams this year haven't been able to do.
Absolutely, and with the lineup that I didn't expect them to do it with, the Tongpu is proving to be very helpful, at least against this double choke strategy. But again, battle mages kind of shine against hitters, so. Yeah,
battle mages, and I'm telling you, Tongpu, I've watched from afar, and I'm impressed with the guy, and I've seen some of the work he's done, and I even like his role play. Honestly, I've role played a few times with him, and like I said at the beginning of the match, he's something that I wanted to pick up if we had the chance to do it in the draft.
All right, Perrinn is out. Tongpu is still alive. Azzure is still alive on the field, but hurt because he was, I believe, he was wimping earlier when Tongpu was chaining. Azula is out and fresh, trying to take out Tongpu. Honestly, I think at this point Tongpu might want to die. I don't know how much health he can have, or how much mana he could possibly have left. There goes Azzure. Wow.
Wow. And Perrinn put down Szy'gash.
So, Hydra back in control of the match.
Let's see here. I wonder, Reklah, please, Reklah, pick up a flag and just run it across and seal the deal here.
That's what's going to happen. Reklah's going straight for the flag.
Yeah.
Azula blind, Tongpu regrouping. Azula's trying to prevent the capture as long as she can.
Yeah, smart. I mean, there's just no price on that experience and just knowing automatically what to do inside. I mean, there's times, I've had a couple of seasons under my belt, and sometimes I'm like, okay, hold on, what's the best thing to do right now, but a team like Stars, every single one of their members pretty much knows.
Oh, Tongpu picks up the flag. Okay, this is good because they're forcing. Azula is interrupting Reklah, so Tongpu says, "All right, I'll pick it up, and then you're gonna have to come kill me, or else they'll just rescue me across the map." But either way, I think is good for either way works for Hydra.
Do you think that Tongpu still has the econ? Because if he has, this would be really clinched right now.
I think he used it when he was killing Bodrum, but it's hard to say. I didn't see a message. And I didn't see his health jumped, but if he used it when he was topped off, I don't know. It's hard to say. It's hard to say.
Wow. They're going to rescue move Tongpu across the field, huh?
Yep, that's what they're trying anyway.
Reklah's not mounted.
They had opportunities to rescue across the map earlier and didn't quite pull it off, so they could get shut down here again. And there we go. Like I said, Tongpu didn't have much health, didn't have much mana, so I think that was just a a Hail Mary. Like if he could get across the map, great.
That's exactly why
trying to get him dead.
That's exactly why I was thinking that Reklah should have just gone ahead and picked it up, and because right now what's going to happen is Bodrum's going to be back in a minute, and it's going to prolong the whole process.
Possibly, but Perrinn could always choke Bodrum, and Bodrum is out on the field now, and there's a Holy Smite onto Bodrum. If Azheri is on the field, might be able to get that eye rake onto him as well. There we go. Azheri picks up the flag.
Okay, he could self-rescue with the spirits. That's nice. Plus, he's got Perrinn. Ooh, Perrinn down. Now, is Perrinn poisoned or not?
He should be.
That's make a difference right here.
Stars only have the one curatives with Azula on this lineup. Bodrum gets on top of his Draco again, though.
That Draco's near dead, though, so that's...
And again,
Tongpu's
dead, so he doesn't have to worry about the chain, actually. So right now, the Draco is good for him. Depending on how much health it has. If it's just going to die, Szy'gash is choking Reklah's mount.
Oh, wow.
And Reklah is rescuing Azheri. Azula picks up the flag though, so again, this is what Stars are really good at. They do not let you take the flag in peace. But an eye rake on Bodrum, that's what we need. I'm not sure if, honestly at this point I may have held off on that, but I don't know. We'll see. I may have wanted to hold off on that until you can kill Azula. But we'll see how this plays out. It at least takes some pressure off of Azheri. And buys time for Tongpu to hit the field. Once Tongpu hits the field, he can chain Bodrum if he stays on the Drake.
But Tongpu was the last one out, so once Tongpu hits the field, he's coming into a full setup 4-on-4 once again, and Star's still looking pretty fresh.
Yeah, but Hydra is all fresh as well. Tongpu was the last one to die, and everybody else had recently come back out. So I think
Szy'gash, that's not looking so hot now.
Yeah, he took a couple of big rounds, but you know that yellow is still 50 to 75% HP, so I think he's fine. Especially again, well, now he's into red, but
Yeah, he's using red a couple of
still,
rounds.
you know, as a choker, it doesn't matter how much health you have, if you get the chokes off.
Yeah,
And he's
yeah,
still
definitely.
getting that. He's still putting Perrinn down.
Okay, so they're on Azula now. Eesh, wow.
Yeah, they're trying to, you know, is trying to come down to killing the enemy carrier. But all of the pressure, this is the thing, you know, Stars still don't have a flag, so it's 2-0 right now. So all of the
Right.
pressure is on Stars. You know,
Definitely.
even if Hydra drops this and you know, Stars manages to cap 2 times, Hydra still gets the opportunity to come back in at 2-2 and take control back.
Definitely.
So I think this is still very good for Hydra.
Wow. So let's see. Ooh, Azheri with the Warhowl knocking back Bodrum.
You can't roundhouse him, but he can warhowl.
Well, actually, I think he's no longer in Deathshroud. So, oh wait, he's on the Dracolic still.
Yeah, yeah. And roundhouse does go through
Tongpu's
Shroud.
in. Tongpu's in there. He's
Shroud
still
only
running.
blocks weapon damage, not skill damage, so the roundhouse does go through it.
I am painfully aware of that.
And Azheri is like, oh wait, this Draco is actually kind of hurt. Let's just kill it, get it out of here.
Yeah. Wow, Tongpu going
E-drain on the
nuts.
Tongpu as soon as he comes out though. That's
That
unfortunate.
sucks.
Yeah, and that's probably 750 mana or something like that, at least. Based on
Yeah,
based on
he's
what he
probably
told me after his AGL fight where he got E-drained. I think
yeah.
that's like 750 mana that he just lost. But if Hydra, you know, there's still plenty of room for Hydra to close this out on that mana. So, you know, it's
Yeah,
a
definitely.
good start for Stars, but it's not going to win the match for him just yet.
No. Tongpu's down. Don't know if he's poisoned or not. Another Holy Steed coming in. Tongpu cured.
Yep.
Let's see here.
And Bodrum's looking to make another Draco.
Yeah, they're. It's funny. It seems like they were regrouping for a second. Everyone was just kind of catching their breath and going back at it now.
We've got Reklah in the flag room. We got Azula in the flag room. So it's really just, you know, everybody's just kind of regrouped and trying to come up with a game plan.
Yeah, because one misstep now for
And it
Stars.
looks like this is Stars' game plan. Just go try and kill him. But
fair enough.
you know, at least from those first couple of rounds, that did not go too well. I think he may have forgotten that he's not on a Draco anymore.
Well, at least he's flying now. Okay, Tongpu. Ooh, Tongpu back down. That sucks, man. When you get up and you go right back down.
Yeah.
Cured, right?
And
Another Dracolic for Bodrum. Man.
so it looks like Hydra has decided to force the issue. They ran across to force the issue in the
On the Dracolic, but that's not gonna last. What it is? Well, I guess I'll go ahead and say it.
I don't know. Yeah, because I mean he's on the Draco in the flag room and on Azula, which means they can't stun him. They can't dirt kick him.
Well, what happens is with because Bodrum didn't get on the Dracolic, Reklah did. I had this happen to me in a match against.
Sank down on Azula. That could be big.
Wow, that is huge.
Whoa, Azula just took a lot of damage right there. Perrinn is lashing a Draco Lich now because he's blind, presumably. But wow. Bodrum does get back on his Draco, but that was big damage onto Azula.
Perrinn shows.
Let's see, where is this going to go now? Yeah, Szy'gash and Azzure are managing to keep control with the chokes, but they don't have, they haven't been able to push across the map and threaten Azheri at all. And Tongpu is finally up. Tongpu is up.
And he's back down.
Back down. There we go.
This
It's
Tongpu
gotta
was
be
doing a
frustrating for
reenactment.
him, right? He spent the last like 10 ticks choked.
Yeah, that sucks. This is not fun.
But we got kind of a Mexican standoff here with the flag
Yeah.
carrier still, just kind of waiting for their team to make something happen.
And you know what? I'm pretty sure Azheri's not afraid to make his way back over there and hit Azula, probably.
Yeah, he's got to be thinking about it at this point. He's like, well, let's just go do it.
Because I bet you
But there
Azheri's
we
in pretty
go.
good
Here we
shape.
go. Tongpu's back up and chaining. But whoa, Reklah takes an unsynced chain.
Ah, wow. What's going on there?
Whoa, Hydra's taking a lot of damage from those chains. What is happening? But Tongpu is on Azula, and they can't get him off.
And they are giving him chains. I mean, Ziggs is getting
Well,
nice.
they're on it now. Doing.
Oh, wow, okay.
They might be able to kill him now, but for a second
You
there,
might
it
want.
looked like he was gonna be able to kill Azula.
This happens sometimes. He might want to get at A very good.
There
He
we
needed
go.
to get.
Azula's
Oh, there.
down. Azula's down.
That's it.
3-0 for Hydra. Holy crap!
Wow, wow. There was a lot of eggs lost tonight.
Wow.
Wow,
I'm
that's
impressed. That was
impressive.
a hell of a game from Hydra.
Wow.
Damn, that is
Amazing.
that is a great way to start off this doubleheader.
Yeah.
What a good match.
Impressive. Impressive.
So, you know, how are Hydra gonna or Stars gonna respond? You know, in the match that's coming up later, Stars will have home field advantage on that one, so that gives them some room to play around. But
Wow.
you know, and now they know what Hydra's lineup is likely to be. I don't know if has Virastay shown up just yet. Yeah, Virastay is up. Oh, that's right. You know, he was having dinner with his wife. Can't play when he's having dinner with his wife.
Hey, priority, man.
But yeah, so
No one likes getting PK'd in your own home, and that's what happens if you blow off dinner with your
Hydra does
wife.
have you know, an option. They don't have to run the same lineup on the next match, but it's going to be up to Stars to adapt because you know Hydra did a damn good job that match. And I don't think it was very close, even though it was a 3-0. You know, there was a lot of back and forth there. But Hydra making things happen. So congrats to them. And, you know, congrats to us, because we needed Stars to drop a few matches, huh?
Oh, but I don't. At this point, it doesn't really matter. You know you're going to be facing them in the final, so whatever
Not
position you're in.
I think if Brutes take the #1 seed, I think there's a possibility for. I mean, Hydra just showed they can beat them, right? And then there's also possibilities for. I think Sharks have the possibility to beat Stars as well. So I think it's still possible that Brutes could be facing a couple of different teams in the finals. You know, Stars is the likely candidate, yes, but I don't think it's by any means guaranteed at this point. But I do need to hop off to take care of my team and plan for the upcoming Brutes first Galoglass match. I think you need to do the same.
Yeah.
But after that, I'd love to have you back on with me for the second Stars and Hydra match.
Sounds good.
All right, thank you guys for tuning in, and we'll be back with you soon.
See you later.